Hey, 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 happy Tuesday! It's Jen here. Hope you're doing well. Tuesday afternoon in Melbourne, or morning maybe somewhere else in the world, or very late afternoon if you're in New Zealand. Thought I'd have a really quick talk about muscle soreness after exercise before I go and have my afternoon walk. And when I was younger, I really didn't like exercise that much because I didn't like the pain. I didn't like the inevitable pain of it, and pain was something I always hated. And even later in life, it was like my barrier or my excuse, I suppose, for not really getting into exercise, apart from the fact I just never felt like I had the energy anyway. I didn't really understand the science behind it then either, or didn't even bother looking into it, or understand that, nutrition could help me and other things could help me with the pain of exercise. But never mind, that's the past, and now we're in the present, and I actually do enjoy exercise, but I don't really push myself as much as I should, because I still try to avoid the pain of it. But I found even going to the gym and that, while I still could, I would be sore the next day, but the next day I'd be fine again. So I was okay with that. So muscle soreness after exercise is also referred to as delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS or DOMS, and it signals that you cause damage to your muscle tissues by way of micro tearing it. Woohoo! Sounds cool, doesn't it? When this happens, your body initiates the repair process by triggering inflammation at the site, and then that makes fluid accumulate at the site, and that puts extra pressure on the area, so it's pain and tight at the same time. This typically begins 12 to 24 hours after the exercise, so that's why you feel fine the day you've done it, and you wake up the next day and you're sore, because it takes that long for the body to kind of respond and react and send those fluids down there and start the repair process. So every time you exercise, you create a little bit of damage. Some workouts will create higher level of damage than others and soreness. So for example, a workout that's new to you is going to cause soreness. So I think back when I used to ride horses all the time, I was probably exercising a lot of muscles all the time, but I was so used to it that it just didn't bother me anymore. But if I went and did something different, then bang, that'd really freaking hurt. So a new workout, something that's more intense than usual, or something that involves a lot of eccentric kind of movements, that can even mean weightlifting, that's regarded as eccentric movement, can likely cause more damage and soreness than other types of workouts. So some muscle soreness is a good thing, but we don't want it to last too long, because chronic inflammation is not something we want, because that can go on to cause further problems. So there's ways that you can help your muscles recover faster, so that inflammation goes away faster and your muscles repair themselves faster. So I looked up the top 4 tips for doing that for any type of workout and soreness from any type of exercise. I have been doing a lot of walking lately, and I'm actually not sore the next day. I'm actually sore when I do it. I'm having trouble with my calf muscles, so I have to do a bit of stretching and rubbing before I go out, and I have to make sure I'm hydrated, and I have to rub them a bit when I come home, or sometimes I just have to stop and take some breaths and really make sure I'm oxygenating myself properly, and I find that is even a big help during my exercise. But anyway, the 4 tips here are for recovery after. Number 1 is your hydration. Make sure you hydrate before, during and after exercise. Depending on the intensity, you might also want to add electrolytes. Some people who you might not have to worry about it for going for walks and stuff, but for people who do more higher intensity stuff probably look into using more electrolytes, and they probably even look into using pre-workout, workout and post-workout supplements that usually contain like amino acids and stuff. But for now, just for getting started at the moment, or just general kind of advice, is hydration before, during and after. Number 2, you can use a foam roller or electric massage kind of machine or something to self myofascial release. So that's just giving your muscles a bit of a massage, and that helps fluids move through them and just releases a bit of the tension. So directly after exercise is a good one for that. Number 3 is eat something within half an hour after an intense workout. So you need to feed your muscles the nutrients that they need to repair and recover. So a good kind of guideline is 20 to 40 grams of protein and 20 to 40 grams of carbohydrate. So something like yogurt and berries is good, or maybe a protein smoothie that has a balance of a carb in it as well. That would definitely help with your muscle recovery. Or some if you're into supplements and that, some post-workout stuff has everything you need to add to some protein for muscle recovery, made easy. And number 4 is don't take the next day off. You're better off doing some light exercise rather than having a complete rest. Light exercise is still considered a rest, but it's not a complete rest, and it will serve you more and better than having an absolute rest day. And as a bonus, I'll add one thing not to do is don't take any anti-inflammatory painkillers, because that can actually prevent your muscle growth. What you actually want that bit of inflammation as a normal response for repair and recovery, rather than avoiding it. It'll actually take a lot longer than if you take an anti-inflammatory pain relief. It will take longer for your muscles to recover and repair. How about that? I didn't know that. I haven't gone for the painkillers after exercise, mind you. I've usually gone for the massage or the warm bath or something like that. Anyway, I hope that was helpful for you, or maybe if you can think of someone it's helpful for, can you please share my video? I'd really appreciate, and I'm grateful that you watched this. And I'll talk to you maybe tomorrow. Have a great afternoon. I'm going for a walk now. Bye.